Ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving. The boys are emptying the tanks so that we can move on, and we're gonna head home. We'll see how it goes. Hey guys. What you doing?
Flushing your crap down the toilet.
Ha 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 ha. How's it working, Papa?
Alright, we got another leaky hose here.
Okay, so we need new hoses. Right?
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. Such beautiful landscape out here. I hope everybody can see this. We're on our way home. We're gonna make a few stops, just scenic stops on our way. If we were driving straight, it would take us about 2.5, 3 hours to get home, but we're gonna make some stops, so we'll see how it goes. Have some fun.
We're home.
We're home. Had a eventful day.
Yeah, it was a drive home.
It was a drive home. We started off, everything was fine. We went to checked out the not nature center, the
the visitor center at the state park.
At the state park.
Got the kids their stamp for their Oklahoma State Parks passports.
Yeah. Then we went to another state park.
Drove to another state park just southeast of Tulsa, Spavinaw State Park.
Oh, you leave them on. Go ahead and go in. You're good.
We stopped in Spavinaw, Oklahoma at the Spavinaw State Park. It's about an hour from Natural Falls where we stayed. Spavinaw, Oklahoma is actually the birthplace of Mickey Mantle, the Commerce Comet. We have more videos of that town of Spavinaw. It's funny to see the town and see this is the town that somebody like Mickey Mantle came from. Somebody that was so much larger than life when he was playing and, playing in New York City for the Yankees. But here we are enjoying the water. Meatball likes to let himself go and float downstream a bit. The Spavinaw Dam, making Spavinaw Lake, which provides drinking water for Tulsa, is about a half mile upstream that way. There's the Titanic and Mama's minivan. There's some very low-grade rapids here coming down the river. Water's pretty nice, not very cool, not too hot, and there's Lennox over there. He's trying to dive in and catch some fish. It's actually been quite comical watching him. There's some quite large, probably carp.
Yes.
Go downstream, we're gonna send your brother and your sister's dad.
And then here it looks like Mama's about to set the meatball free to float downstream to Lennox. This should be entertaining.
Oh, this current right here is pretty good. I got you. Grab your sister, grab your sister, grab your sister. You got her. No, I'm trying to make you wait. I'm not going to get you.
So we had a quick stop at the swimming hole down here in somewhere. I think Lincoln got the name of it. Rylan, did you have fun swimming? Was that fun? Did you get to float down river? Yeah? So now to our next stop and on our way home. See you guys soon. And then we had a little...
Birthplace of Mickey Mantle, by the way, Spavinaw, Oklahoma.
He likes Mickey Mantle. He likes anything having to do with baseball, so, you might see a lot of baseball trivia. Nobody plays Trivial Pursuit with him. It's not fun because you never can win.
Nobody wants to play. I should be on Jeopardy.
but we did run into a little bit of trouble.
Let's see, we did Spavinaw, the birthplace of Mickey Mantle. Then we drove to Commerce, Oklahoma, which is the boyhood home of Mickey Mantle, where he moved to when he was 3 years old and grew up there. That's where he learned to play baseball, and we were fine up to that point. Okay, so we are in Commerce, Oklahoma, just south of the Oklahoma-Kansas state line. We stopped the Titanic here. We're going to make some sandwiches. But the last town we were in was Spavinaw, Oklahoma. That was the birthplace of Mickey Charles Mantle, one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. Played for the Yankees. I shouldn't have to tell anybody this. This, however, is his boyhood home in Commerce, Oklahoma. His family moved here when he was about 3 years old. His dad followed work in the mines around here. They're mostly zinc mines. And here is the plaque that states about the house. This tin barn over here was what his father Mutt taught him how to hit home runs. I guess he would stand here near the house and hit balls, and balls that went over the roof of the barn were considered home runs, and that's how his dad taught him to become a power hitter, and obviously one of the greatest power hitters ever to play the game. Just wanted to stop here and show Lennox. We stopped here last year on our way to Sequoia State Park, but Lennox wasn't able to be with us, so he missed it. So here it is for him, and here it is for the first time for you guys. This is the boyhood home of Mickey Charles Mantle in Commerce, Oklahoma.
We went to that last year, but
We went
Lennox
last year, but
with
Lennox
us.
wasn't with us, so
Yeah.
we wanted to take him since we were driving through the area.
Yeah.
And then between Commerce and West Mineral, Kansas, just north of the Oklahoma state line, we needed to change the fuel filter again.
What's up, bud?
Another fuel filter?
Filter good?
Yeah, not too bad though.
Okay. Dad, what are you doing?
I'm timing my little pit crew here.
How far did we make it before we had to do the fuel filter?
Let's see. Only 15 minutes from our next stop, which is Big Brutus, the largest electric steam shovel in the world. Let's see here. Let's do directions.
I remember we changed it at about 40 minutes out on the way to the campsite is the last time we changed it.
Total drive time was 2 hours and 16 minutes, 107 miles before we needed to change the fuel filter.
That was after, did you include the 40 miles?
That was everything. That was with all the stops. That was with the stop at Spavinaw. That was at the stop at Mickey Mantle's childhood home.
I mean from the
And
last
here.
time we changed the fuel filter.
Oh no, I didn't add that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I did not add that. So that's the part. So add 38 miles, so 107 plus 38 is what, 155 miles.
Before fuel filter
46
change?
minutes, 2 hours, so 3 hours, 3 hours of drive time, and 165 miles between fuel filter changes. I'd really like to have a little bit more than that.
We may have
do
to
a
clean the
filter change.
tank.
That's going to be a bear.
Making sure this goes towards the gas line, right?
Yes, gas line into that, into the check valve.
Remember, Dad's timing you.
4 minutes, 14 seconds, kid. Doing good. So, we're not doing too bad.
Okay. Other than fuel filter change again.
Yes, I wish we didn't have to do that.
Alright.
Which Lennox did in about 10 minutes and 53 seconds. He's a good,
Impressive.
he's a good pit crew. That's doghouse off, air cleaner off, fuel filter removed, fuel filter replaced, air cleaner on, and doghouse bolted back down in less than 11 minutes. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah.
But in that time, the belts hadn't squeaked for a good majority of the drive. The belts didn't squeak at all.
When they were working on it, he noticed that it hadn't squealed since we left Saginaw, right?
Spavinaw, yeah.
Spavinaw, sorry.
There was no squealing at all. It was nice and quiet and hummed like a nice little 454.
Like it was supposed to. Unfortunately, when he
opened the doghouse to change the fuel filter on the carb, there was no belt on the alternator. That's why it wasn't squealing anymore.
Now, what we did realize was that you do need both belts to run the water pump properly. I got a question for you.
What?
So what are we doing right now?
I'm running in the RV and it's really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we driving right now?
No.
Why aren't we driving?
Because her tank is empty?
No, she's got fuel.
Oh, because the RV is cooling down.
That's not a good thing, is it?
No, it is not.
Is it a big deal? Is Papa worried?
Yeah, it looks like he is worried.
You think Papa's worried?
No, he's not worried.
It's not a big deal. We lost a belt, so it's running on one belt to run what's called a water pump, and it's supposed to have two. And so we're letting it cool down to get home. So that's why.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
Alright.
right there.
All right, you guys ready to go home?
Alright. The water pump does require more pull. It's not a serpentine belt, it's an 85, so it's still got 3 separate belts for all the drives. There's a belt that does the power steering, there's a belt that does the air conditioning compressor, which doesn't work anyway.
Right, there's no AC in there.
There's no Freon. I gotta do a conversion on that. But 2 of the belts do wrap around the crankcase and the water pump. So that water pump needs that extra pull, that extra bit on the pulley to keep it operating properly. So without that belt, I started overheating on the way home, but nothing bad.
Pulled over, let it
Pulled
cool
over,
off.
let it cool off.
We were only about 7 miles from home when it started doing that, and
let it bubble out and let it cool off, and I was able to get it home, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, so we've got a few things that we got to take care of. So obviously the boys got to do the mechanical part on that. We got to seal up the window that we realized leaked over the weekend. Otherwise, and get the generator running.
And get that generator running, because that generator, and we need to get that filled with propane so that...
yes, so we can test on that.
What can I do for you, my son?
Ultimately, we did, we found a few things we need to take care of. We are definitely should probably have quite a few more of those filters. Unless we want to scrub those fuel tanks.
One thing that did happen between Fort Scott, after you peeled away for dinner and we kept going, we did run the main tank is out of gas.
The main tank is out of gas.
I ran that out. So 60 gallons ran out.
So now we're only running on the auxiliary tank.
I looked at Lennox. He heard it kick in. He got his shoes on. It was rip roaring.
Panicking?
No, he was rip roaring and ready to go change another filter in 11 minutes. But when I flipped it to the auxiliary tank, it ran just fine. So I was chugging. I was out of gas in the main tank.
Okay.
So that tank is empty. So hopefully, all that crap and gunk is out of that tank.
At least the majority of it, where it won't do that again.
I hope so.
Zach will say goodbye and good night. I am going to do 2 separate parts of this video. So one part will have everything except for Big Brutus.
Goodbye and good night.
And the second part will just have Big Brutus, because we did do the full night and get some sleep because we are tired and I have to go to work in the morning. So good night, guys. See you later.